Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war.
And when he has tried me, I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire?
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the New York Giants. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now a carry for Sanders. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It can be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Love's throw here, take it in as he's able to find Goddard. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run, and I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Eagles who got the win on the road, so now they look to finish off the sweep here in Philly. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
That's swung out wide to Sanders. So nothing doing there, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. They'll run at Sanders, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. And his kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he returns this to the 22. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good
rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now to this point. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long distance.
Well, Sanders has it poked free, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run on 1st down. Sanders. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Running right. Here's Sanders. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Love's throw complete there to Smith. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Sanders. 146 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this 1st half.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in for Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 4. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're starting to put some space here. You know, the first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to, but somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man, complete, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. At the line, this Philly offense set to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A big play there for Philly.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play. This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 4. Out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Flush to his right. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. So this is something we didn't see from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
On first down, it's Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Love looking to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And this one is right through. And that'll bring him back within a point. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll throw now on the final play. Flushed out right. It got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half, they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Back to throw again. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And Lutz's kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Another run here with Sanders. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
In the secondary now for the Giants here on third. Love from the gun. Flush to his right. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. Quick slant to Hamler. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 28. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. An option handoff given to Harris. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th, and the Giants are going to get the football back. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to Slayton. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Second and 1. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now back to throw. And that'll be caught by Tony. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. Now a throw here, hauled in. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And look at this. They get the tackle they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Love's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Love now to pass on first down. And it's incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
On second down, this is Harris. And he'll get this up to about the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here, eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. These two teams have met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're trying to win here in Philadelphia to capture the season series. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Flushed out right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And this is caught. He hits more. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. The 20. And a little bit of a consolation prize here. He's in the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
They're going to run it with Harris. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. At the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something from down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2-point conversion.
Some sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
So for the Giants, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into